Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to my final Game & Watch review. Of course, I've done 30 days of Game & Watch now, so we have to end it off with what we've been leading up to, the Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary Game & Watch, which just came out today, and we have a copy of it right here, and it's extremely stylish box. It looks awesome. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the outside here. The back gives the overview of all the different things that you can expect to see in there, and of course, you get your name and such on the sides. But at initial look, this box looks one way, but actually what we have going on here is we have a plastic outside sleeve, and this is what a little hook here, hopefully it shows up on video, that this could be hung on the shelf from, but there is actually also the ability to slide this out from the plastic, and you'll see that all the kind of Super Mario Bros. 1 stuff is on this outside sleeve, while underneath you get what much more traditionally looks like a Game & Watch box from back in the day of a typical widescreen version, except now it's color screen, and rather than being Mario, it shows ball, which I think is kind of weird, because inevitably, these are going to get separated from the box over the years, so people are going to look at this and think it's ball. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting decision, but to compare this now to the Fire Game & Watch box that we looked at during my month of Game & Watch, it's pretty much identical in shape and size to the old Game & Watch games, and you even have on the end, it looks perfect from here. Every Game & Watch had a code, so Fire had FR27, and of course Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary one gets SM35. From the top, also looks very traditional. And from the side, of course, get all these disclaimers and stuff now where you didn't probably have to worry about putting that on back in the day, but yes, so that's comparing the modern box to the old classic boxes. But yes, I think that it looks really nice when this plastic sleeve is on there. And again, when you buy it, it will have kind of round stickers which come up over the side and keep everything held in there. Although, as you can see, those stickers peeled off really nicely, and there's like a little bit peeled off of that end. But otherwise, there's no damage on this end, so I can say that those plastic stickers come off rather well. So now, of course, we're going to open up this box and have a look at just what is inside. One of the sides is easier to open here. Just going to do it very nicely, though. We're going to take our time here so that I don't damage the box. It's a collector's item now. So just give me a sec. Special thanks to you. And it says it in various languages there. So yeah, this is just such a neat item. It's really neat to see Nintendo honoring the Nintendo, Game & Watch legacy again. Of course, again, if you've been following my series, we just looked at 30 of them. So I should show you. This is kind of what it looks like from the inside. And there's a little tab here that we can hopefully use to pull this out. It's a little, it's all fresh and minty in there. So we're just going to, again, do this nice and gently. Apologize for the kind of fumbling around here. It is just, like, so new in there. So I guess the first thing we can see is that, there's a cable there for charging it. It does not take button cell batteries like the other Game & Watches we've looked at. And it doesn't want to come out. What is the problem here? There we go. So we can pull that out there. Flip that over. That's the box, nothing else inside, and again, just a really cool box. Again, though, but if you lose the plastic part, it looks like it's just ball from the front, although I guess the fact that Mario's head's on there is kind of a giveaway. Also, it's rated E for everyone. Oh, the days before we had to worry about people telling us what we should and shouldn't play. Game & Watch, Super Mario Bros. Unfortunately, no, nice book in here or anything like that. It's literally just, the most basic guide you can get these days that tells you how to charge it, and otherwise, it's like 50 million words of disclaimers and stuff that, no one's ever actually going to read, and doesn't really help anyone who isn't a lawyer. And then we can flip this over, and then I think we can actually remove this part here to get into the box. Yes, I know this isn't the most exciting part of the unboxing. Don't worry, we're getting there. Slowly getting to what's inside. You can also see kind of a code here, maybe. Probably didn't show up on camera, but alright, here we go. So then you open this part, and you can slide this part out, and there you go. There is finally the Game & Watch that we've been waiting for. No boxes and packaging, but finally we actually get to hold this thing in our hands. And let's compare this to the actual Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch. And as you can see, it's pretty much, again, identical in size, just as the box was very similar. Of course, Game & Watches back in the day, widescreen ones in particular, did not have D-pads. The directional buttons were always just kind of the same rubbery button that you had for jump, and they did bring that kind of rubbery button back for the B and A buttons here, but instead they actually added a D-pad for directional movement here. Where you did see D-pads back in the day was on other models, such as the multi-screen model, where here, you actually got the D-pad instead of like the 4 individual buttons, and as we can see, these D-pads are actually pretty much the same size. So it's interesting to see a widescreen version with a D-pad, considering that was not something that was very typical back in the day. Also, the buttons at the top have been changed a little bit. We have game time, and we have pause/set instead of it being you know, there being a separate alarm button. I'm assuming that will probably be, you know, selected from a menu in here rather than being something that's, you know, just a button. Also, no ACL and stuff, no toothpick required buttons on the side. This little slot right here, that's probably a speaker, I believe. On the back, it's very strange. There is no kind of stand so that you can set it up beside your bedside. That was, of course, a staple feature of Game & Watches, and pretty much all but the earliest models, you know, they all had a stand so that you could set them up and use it as sort of like a clock, but this doesn't have that, which I think is rather strange that they would remove that. On the back also, otherwise, again, you know, all this lawyer gibberish, I don't think anyone's too concerned with. And on the other side, we have our USB-C charging spot there, and also a power button. So let's press that. It brings up Mario. It looks like juggling there. We got Fire Luigi in the pipe. I like how Mario, that's really strange seeing, you know, a kind of more modern Mario graphic, but he has his Super Mario Bros. 1 clothes on and a Goomba. And if we press that time button, I'm guessing it will probably ask us to set the time. Also, already have some Game & Watch sounds there. What time do we got here? 17:26. Is this going to be 24-hour time or, you know, 12-hour AM PM. So what do I do here? So time again, can we set this? No, can I press this? All right, now we can set time from this menu. Oh wow, so that's weird. So you actually set time like this. So again, it was 5:26 PM. Yeah, so 5. Time we get there, it's probably gonna be like 5:27 or something like that. So might as well give it an extra minute, and PM. And there you go. So I guess the backgrounds change depending on what time you set it. And yeah, it's like a kind of nice sunset background there. Cool. And depending on what time it is, you're going to get different, you know, different animation. Again, I don't understand why there's not a stand, because this would be perfect to be able to stand up and just kind of look at it like that, but yeah, strange. Otherwise, if we press that time set button, looks like we have options for volume and brightness. Again, you know, the screen's very nice. Compare that to the, you know, the old non-backlit screens we used to play on, and it looks really nice. Time, I guess, you know, again, just brings us here. Does pressing time do anything? Pressing time, it looks like it allows you to flip through the different level settings of Super Mario Bros. 1, which is pretty cool. And I'm guessing that pressing game will bring us to all the different games that we have here. Got a battery indicator at the top. And let's check out Super Mario Bros. 1. Again, I'm so thankful for the D-pad. It'd probably be very strange if you didn't have that. And also, there's no start and select buttons, like, at the bottom or anything. I'm guessing that these probably replace those. I mean, we have pause and set. And does that mean on the title screen that you actually don't press select to switch between 1-player and 2-player as you did in the NES version? That's pretty funny. Oh, and wow, so you don't even, like, you press A to start to, whoa! Breaking all the rules here. This is like then a modified Super Mario Bros. 1 ROM, which you know, changed those settings to account for the, you know, the lesser amount of buttons. It'll be interesting to see if people hack this and, you know, make it so that there's more games on it, just like they did with the NES Classic and SNES Classic Edition, trying to keep this centered while also play. Wow, I'm gonna have to get used to the smaller screen and the different controls and stuff. Interesting. I'm also used to playing Super Mario Bros. 35, which have a little bit of differences going on there in terms of like the feel of the game and such. So now if I press this, I can reset game, but if I press game, it will actually take me back to the menu. Interesting. We can do some Super Mario Bros. 2. I guess we'll try this for a second. Again, it's going to take a second to get used to the fact that you don't, you know, there's no start button. Like, this pauses, but there's no actual, like, pause. This is literally the pause. Weird. Can we do the infinite life trick here? So you do that. You do that. You do that. So now, what you do is you jump right against this. Oh no, it didn't work. And we're gonna do that again. It's so likely that it works, especially since you have that block to rub against, which makes it very accurate. But I'm gonna show you all how to play this game with infinite lives. And he totally went the wrong way, but we're good. So you just do a thing like that. When he's on the right there, do that. You just gotta time it right. There you go. So now you'll be able to play Super Mario Bros. 2 The Lost Levels with infinite lives. Now, if you let it go too high, I think it overflows, but you can do this up to like 255 lives or something like that. And yeah, go nuts. You also get an extra 100,000 points for every life you end the game with, so go break that score counter. It's totally fun to do. But yeah, so that's how you can play Mario 2 on easy mode, essentially. And if we press time, you don't even get like any kind of, asking if you're ready to go back to the game. So what if we press game now? So if we press game and go back to Mario 2, does it... It actually remembers that was where we left off. Interesting, okay. There you go. So anytime you want to get more lives, cool. And I guess the last thing we need to check out is ball. And it brings us to a menu here where we get Game A, Game B, and again, there's just been so much discussion on like, why does this Game & Watch not include the original Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch game? Of course, the one that would be featured on this guy right here. I've done a review of that if you'd like to see it, but it doesn't make any sense that there's Ball on here and not that. I mean, Ball is, of course, I guess, the Nintendo. The most iconic Game & Watch game is it was the first one ever released. But if you're going to make a special edition Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch, I don't understand why you wouldn't, put the Super Mario Brothers original Game & Watch game on here. People talk about maybe there being a Zelda one of these coming up in the future. Which, again, I think that they're neat novelty items, but if you're not going to include their Game & Watch versions on it, then I think that you're, there's lost potential there. Again, this is cool though. I mean, it's Ball. We've played this in Game & Watch Gallery 2, which I streamed not too long ago. If you want to see more Game & Watch Gallery stuff, please remember to, keep an eye out for that. I plan to stream Game & Watch Gallery 4 at some point in the near future. But yeah, so from there, can you resume where you left off in a Game & Watch game? Let's press game again, go back to here, and it does! Okay, that's pretty interesting. You also have this kind of pixel going around the screen here. I'm guessing that's indicating seconds, which is pretty interesting. And is there anything else to check out on here? Like, we've done games. Those are all the games. We've done, brightness and all that. Set the time. There's no instruction manual, so, like, I don't know if I'm missing anything. I could swear that there was, more to it than that. If I press the A and B button at the same time, the clock flickers. They said that there's like 35 Easter eggs hidden in here, so there's lots for you to discover. I guess I'm gonna have to really take this and give it a good dive through. But that's it. That is our look at what all my Game & Watch reviews have been leading up to. It's the Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary Special Edition Game & Watch release, and I hope that you enjoyed that. Hopefully, Game & Watches are just so cool. I hope that if you've watched my other videos, you just understand, the awesome history that exists with these things, and hope you'll check it out for yourself. Hope you have the opportunity to pick up one of these on your own, because I think Nintendo said they're going to keep shipping them to stores until March 31st, 2021. So if you don't get one right away, don't feel like you have to succumb to the, the people who resell them. Hopefully there'll be lots out there for the Christmas season and such. But yeah, good luck getting your hands on one. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you next time for something different. So thanks, and see you later.